Hi guys, welcome back on my channel. Dorota Palicka, international nail artist and educator here, and today we are going to play again with some transfer foils. Beautiful flowers in there, check it out. Yeah, I hope you will really enjoy watching this tutorial the same way as I did creating those nails for you. And if you're new in here, don't forget to subscribe. Let's start. Look at this beautiful design. That's what we are going to create. It can be for spring, for summer, but also for Valentine's Day as well. And I have used for those ring finger some transfer foil and roses like this pattern. We've got them on the website. They actually come. I'm actually show you the other designs which are there because I think they are so pretty. So I have picked up those pink roses. But this is quite nice as well. This design, then there are some butterflies, some blue patterns, some other flowers. So there is lots of, actually this one is really nice. And I love this one too. So there is lots of, this one is nice too. There's lots of different patterns in there. And that's the one which we are going to use. So on this finger, we are going to do exactly the same design, and I will use the transfer foil gel. Maybe I will go opposite way, so yeah, why not? So I'm going to paint it half of the tip in the foil gel glue. I don't have to be precise because we will cover some parts with the crystals and with the grey gel polish. And I think pink and grey looks so pretty together. So I have applied nice and thin layer, and now I'm going to cure it 60 seconds. This nail is going to be nice and grey, and the grey which we are going to use is at 222. It's a really nice shade of grey. And then cook it in. Okay, when my tip is curing for a foil, I'm going to pick up the nicest part of it, and which one I like. Okay, I like this this part here, so I'm just going to cut it out. But when I'm cutting it out, I'm also trying to save the other pattern so I could use later on. Okay, and now I'm just going to transfer it there. So I want this to be here. Ideally, you want to press one side first, so try to don't touch it with the other part. Like I like to transfer one side first and rub it in until you start feeling the transfer foil is starting coming off. Okay, this one is ready, so I can start peeling it off. And then I have loosened the transfer foil so I don't get the bends, and I can transfer on the other side now. If you would do the entire tip at once, you will get those ugly bends, and you really don't want them. Okay, then this pattern is transferred as well, so I can start peeling it off. And then this way we've got those beautiful rows in. Really take your time. Like, I mean, if you would paint freehand this rose, it will take you really long time. So transfer foil is still much shorter time. And then with the same gray, we are going to paint the other half of the tip. So I'm just picking up this gray. And then some small brush. And paint the rest in gray. So first layer done, and then give it a cure. I can also paint the pinky. And then give it a cure. In the middle finger, we will go for the gray and a lace. And then the thumbnail is going to be the same like a pinky. Okay, give it a cure. And let's pick up our design one. So second layer in there. And then cure it. When my tips are curing before I paint the second layer, I'm going to add a drop of the French gel into my gray, because we are going to need it. Not too much, just so we've got a nice shade of gray. It has to be a touch lighter than the one which we have used as a background. So I drop more. And mix it well. Okay, Pinky, where are you? Okay, Pinky have been cooked twice, and I can start applying the crystals on it. For crystals application, we are going to use the base gel. Actually, I will just put it upside down, because there will be quite a lot of crystals. There we are. And this one is at the end. So I have drawn the shape, small crystals. And one more. I also want to add this large crystal here. And then give it a flash cure. Okay, on the middle finger we can apply the second coat of the gray. There is actually quite a lot of stuff going on in this set, so I really like it, and it's going to be so beautiful. And then quickly a second layer on the fan. I actually might do the fan on my own, save you time, because it will be similar, very similar, just the crystals on it. We'll see. Okay, next part. I'm just applying the base around the large crystal, and I've got some pink caviar beads. Unfortunately, the color comes off from them. I got them like years ago, and you guys know some of the caviar beads, they aren't made out of metal completely. They are more of a plastic ones, and I find that color comes off from them, so I wouldn't use it on the client, but for the press-on nails, this is a great stuff. So I'm just applying those caviar beads around it. And how do I know that the color is coming off? If I would leave it in a base gel, the color will come off even before I put it on the nails. I think it looks so nice together. Okay, now just place them into the right place. And then give it a cook. Okay, let's go back to this one. So we have to do some crystal placement here as well. And I want those big one, medium ones, and then the tiny ones. My hands are again really shaky. Unfortunately, I have caught some ear infection and I'm a little bit off balance. So excuse if my hands shake or if I'm a bit slower today. But we thought we need to do some recording for you guys, which is a shame actually, because I was hoping I can still produce like 6 videos a week. Unfortunately, it wasn't possible. Oh, come on. And one more. Okay, now I'm going to give it a flash cure just so they don't move. Top coat over the pinky. And in a place in between, I'm applying top coat as well. I'm trying to don't apply it over the crystals so they don't lose their cuts. Particle of dust. And then give it a cure. Okay, I can apply the caviar beads in here now. And what I want to do is I want to do it through the entire outer line of the crystals. It does gives really this romantic feel to it. And if it is easier, you could do it top part, say example, then give it a flash cure and then move on into the bottom part. And if I wouldn't cure those first crystals, it would be extremely difficult to apply those caviar beads because the crystals would keep moving. And try to don't use too much of the tip of the brush. Like I find that if I'm working more with the side of the brush, it's just a bit quicker. And then on the bottom. And for this design, we have to do the crystals. I mean, yeah, I prefer to do the crystals first, and then we will paint those lace in there. Okay, last couple. I think without of them, the design doesn't look as pretty. Okay, I just need to make sure this one is the perfect one, so I'm missing one more. And then once I'm happy, I'm going to give it a cure. Okay, so what we've got, oh, lace one, of course. So I'm going to go pretty simple with the crystals on the one side only. She says pretty simple, and then put huge crystals in there. One more. And I have to do those caviar beads just because they are going to go with the lace. It's almost like a part of the lace, to be honest. I actually love this set so much. Okay, check those caviar beads placement. And then when you're happy, give it a cure. So you can see it almost looks like a wee lacy parts. Okay, the pinky is... I'm going to skip, guys, the thumb, because I will do it either like a middle finger or like a pinky. I want to save you all those caviar beads watching. We've got the pinky, which is ready. And it can go in here. Let me get rid of that. So even just like ring finger like this and the rest of nails plain grain, it looks so pretty. Let's start painting the lace. So we have to top coat this tip. And it is a no wipe top gel. And then give it a cure. I'm curing it 60 seconds. This one I can top coat it as well. Again, we could leave it the way it is now and it will look pretty as well. I'm just going to connect it with the lace pattern. So for the lace, I'm going to use the Tyler brush. And pick up the gray which we have mixed in here. And then start painting the lace pattern. So swirly parts. Don't make them too thin. They need to have some thickness. And this is actually quite difficult task to paint the lace with the shaky hands. I love the challenge. And one more in here. Okay, so after we have painted the swirly parts, I'm going to roll my brush. And then we need to paint the lace. So the easiest way to paint the lace, maybe let's do one more swirl here, is to do a wee tiny wee lines. And I'm trying to kind of keep them in the same angle-ish. And they need to be extremely thin. And now go at the side. inside the swirl. You can also use the product which you've got on the swirls as well. That's a pretty good tip because there is only a tiny amount of the product there. And then once you're happy, we are going to sprinkle it with the snow effect. So this sugar is it's kind of like a very doesn't change the color, and that's why I like it for this design. We don't want to put any more colors in there. Okay, and then cook it in. I'm going to quickly paint the lace here as well. Obviously this one is going to be much harder just because the surface is bigger. So painting on a bigger surface is definitely much harder for the lace. Then opposite way. You definitely need to make enough of those swirly parts so it looks nice. Because otherwise you end up with too much of the lace, of those lines only. You can see it, I'm painting a kind of C letter first and then I'm adding more into my swirl. Painting the entire swirl at once can be quite difficult, so it's nice to kind of divide it into two sections and then add into it. Okay, then once I'm happy with this pattern, I'm going to actually use the D-liner for a change, just because I've got such a big surface that's painting with the detailer brush would take me too long. So D-liner brush, pick up like no product, and then let's do the lace. So extremely thin lines. Just join them in. I'm using the product which I already have got in there. Okay, and then opposite way actually here as well. This is actually so cool. And so pretty. It actually looks like a stamper. Oh, it's pretty. Okay, let's sprinkle it. I actually love this nail. And then give it a cook and I can show you the final look. It's so pretty set. Forgive me not doing the thumb, but I don't want to keep you bored. So I'm just cleaning the excess and it's so pretty, so beautiful. Let's put this finger there. Finger, nail. So it's just going here. I need couple seconds more for the middle finger. And the thumb, honestly, you could do it whichever you prefer. You could do it the same like a middle finger, same like a pinky. I will do it definitely same like a pinky. And that's the set which we have created today. I hope you have guys really enjoyed it and you have learned something new as well. I love this lace in the middle finger. I'm sending you lots of glittery hacks and bye for now.